Hello and welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mary Agiobo. Our top stories. Federal government launches national single window for trade. Federal government Medicine Sans Frontiers strengthens humanitarian collaboration. Lagos State prop school building collapses. And on the foreign scene, United States teacher killed after prank goes wrong. Now the news in details. The federal government is set to launch the National Single Window for Trade and Port Operations as part of efforts to modernize Nigeria's trade processes and improve efficiency at the nation's port. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, disclosed that the digital platform will allow exporters and regulatory agencies to process trade documentation through a unified electronic interface. Officials said the initiative is designed to simplify procedures, reduce delays in cargo clearance, and enhance transparency within the country's trade system. NAFDAC further stated that it is fully prepared for the rollout and has taken steps to strengthen collaboration with other government institutions involved in trade facilitation and border control. According to the agency, the national single window is expected to eliminate duplication in regulatory processes, accelerate cargo clearance, and improve Nigeria's ease of doing business. NAFDAC further reaffirmed its commitment to protecting public health while supporting trade facilitation through efficient and technology-driven regulatory systems. In another development, the federal government has begun discussions with the international humanitarian organization Medicine Sans Frontiers, MSF, to renew their federal cooperation agreement and strengthen collaboration on humanitarian operations across the country. The meeting, held at the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, focused on ensuring uninterrupted medical and humanitarian support in vulnerable communities. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Bagudu, reaffirmed the government's commitment to supporting humanitarian initiatives while addressing challenges affecting service delivery. He identified major concerns, including inadequate infrastructure in several local government areas, weak laboratory capacity due to electricity and equipment gaps, and limited emergency response services. The minister emphasized the need for improved coordination, accountability, and long-term development planning to enhance healthcare and humanitarian interventions nationwide. Bagudu also commended MSF for its long-standing presence in Nigeria, highlighting the organization's role in delivering medical services in difficult operational environments and its continued collaboration with government institutions.
We appreciate the involvement of foundations, of entities, NGOs in our national life, because that is still a reflection that is some we still have a shared understanding of development. Part of the reforms we undertook is this issue that better health outcome is more taxes or more revenue. Yes. Better education outcome is more revenue. You can't rely on the benevolence of others. You have to. So that's why we undertook the reforms, bold and sometimes tough, but just to ensure that all tiers of government are better funded. Yes. And then our budget processes are also enhanced so that those that are supporting us can see that we are making an effort and they can see the gap in our effort. It's not like we are lazy, it's not like we are not doing our very best, but even in spite of our very best, the resources are not adequate. Yes, it's not the fault of those who are helping us, but maybe it's a point. We will get there because some other countries have solved those problems, and we will. Thank you.
Moving on, the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC Federal Capital Territory Command has warned construction companies and contractors operating in Abuja to stop damaging underground fiber optic cables during excavation works or face prosecution. FCT Command Olushola Odumosu issued the warning amid rising cases of telecommunication infrastructure damage linked to construction activities across the territory. According to the command, such damage frequently leads to widespread internet outages and disruptions to digital services, affecting businesses, banking transactions, and government operations. The NSCDC noted that its mandate under the NSCDC Act empowers the courts to monitor critical national infrastructure and prosecute individuals or organizations involved in acts of vandalism or sabotage. The command further urged contractors to conduct proper verification and coordinate with relevant agencies before carrying out civil works, while also calling on members of the public to report suspicious excavation activities. Moving on, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, says it has issued more than 100,000 airport access cards to motorists nationwide as part of efforts to implement the federal government's cashless payment policy at airport toll gates. Managing Director of FAAN, Olubumi Kuku, revealed that 62,000 cards were issued within 3 days of the policy's rollout. The implementation of the cashless system initially caused major disruptions at several airports, including Lagos and Abuja, leading to heavy traffic, congestion, and long queues at entry points. Following the situation, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordered a temporary suspension of the policy and directed that airport gates be opened to ease traffic and restore normal movement. Authorities said a previous payment system will remain in place while officials work to deploy a more efficient electronic payment solution for airport access nationwide. Moving on to the Kwara State government expanded renewable energy infrastructure in public hospitals as part of efforts to strengthen healthcare delivery and ensure stable electricity supply. Officials say 13 health facilities across the state have now been equipped with solar power systems, including General Hospital, Share Specialist Hospital, Jeba, and Children's Specialist Hospital, Ilorin. Several additional hospitals have also received 10 kilovolts ampere solar inverter installations to support routine and emergency medical services. Authorities, however, say the initiative is aimed at reducing dependence on full-powered generators while ensuring uninterrupted electricity for critical hospital units, such as laboratories, maternity wards, and emergency departments. The government says the program reflects its commitment to sustainable healthcare infrastructure and improved access to quality medical services. Residents of Poktiskum local government area in Yobe State have expressed concern over the prolonged abandonment of accident and emergency units project at the Poktiskum Specialist Hospital. The facility, which was initiated several years ago to improve emergency medical services in the busy commercial town, remains incomplete. Meanwhile, community members said the absence of a functional emergency unit has created serious challenges for families seeking urgent medical care, forcing some of them and some of the patients to be transported to other towns for treatment. Residents also warned that abandoned structures could become hideouts for criminal activities if left unattended. They are, however, calling on relevant authorities to complete the project and improve emergency healthcare services for patients and communities across the area. We take a pause here, and up next are news stories from the build sector. Do stay with us.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa.
Welcome back, guys, to join us on Housing TV News, and now to the build sector. The Lagos State government has launched an investigation into the collapse of a 4-story building on Ado Street in the Agoda area of Ogba. The structure, which housed residential occupants and a private school, collapsed. Officials of the Lagos State Building Control Agency confirmed that no casualties were recorded, as students, teachers, and other occupants had been evacuated before the building caved in. Emergency responders, including the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency and the State Fire and Service Rescue Service were deployed to the scene to secure the area and assess potential risks. Authorities say preliminary findings suggest construction activities may have been ongoing at the property before the collapse. The government has urged developers and property owners to comply strictly with building regulations to prevent similar incidents. Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) have arrested a man identified as Ifeanyi Mba over an alleged 10 million naira land fraud in Enugu State. The commission said the suspect was apprehended following a petition alleging that the complainant paid him 10 million naira for a plot of land in the Ogunike area of the state. The petitioner later discovered that the land was already being developed by other individuals, and attempts to recover the funds from the suspect were unsuccessful. Preliminary investigations by the commission revealed that the location described in the transaction did not exist within government-acquired areas. The EFCC says the suspect will be charged to court upon completion of investigations. And now on the foreign scene. Authorities in the United States say a high school teacher in Georgia has died after being accidentally run over during a prank carried out by students. The teacher, 40-year-old Jason Huggs, reportedly stepped outside his home to confront students who were throwing toilet paper over trees as part of a practical joke. Police say Huggs slipped on the wet ground while approaching the students and was struck by a vehicle as they attempted to flee the scene. The student driver has been charged with vehicular homicide, and schools officials describe Huggs as a passionate teacher and mentor who was respected by students. Community members have since created a memorial in his honor outside the school where he taught and coached. And finally, China has reported a sharp increase in exports during the first 2 months of the year, despite continuing trade tensions with the United States. Official data shows exports rose by more than 20% in January and February, significantly exceeding forecasts by economists. Analysts say strong global demand for electronics and manufactured goods contributed to the surge. Exports remain a key driver of China's economic growth as the country continues to face challenges including weak domestic consumption, a shrinking population, and instability in its property market. The development comes ahead of a planned meeting between the United States President and Chinese President expected to take place in early April. And that's the much we can take on Housing TV News at the top of the hour. Thank you so much for watching, but before we go, let's take a recap of our top stories. Federal government launches national single window for trade. Federal government medicine sans frontiers strengthen humanitarian collaboration. Lagos State prop school building collapses. And on the foreign scene, United States teacher killed after prank goes wrong. For more news on housing sector, subscribe to Housing TV Africa on YouTube. Download the Housing TV Africa on all social media platforms on Google Play Store and Apple Store. I am Mary Agiobo. Bye for now.